Right, so we've had a little bit of an idea where we're going to predict by the last 10 games of each Liverpool, City and Arsenal, we're going to predict who wins the Prem.
Based on the remaining fixtures.
Yes. So we're going to go through every single team now and their remaining fixtures, and we're going to have to agree, me and Levi we're going to have to agree on the results of these fixtures, and then what we're going to do, we're going to add it all up and see who goes top by the end of the season. Who wins the league.
It'll be a difficult list, I think.
Yes.
So who are we doing first?
So with Arsenal top at the minute.
We'll do them first.
We'll do them
first.
And
alphabetical as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, do you want to get the calculator out?
I can use my phone.
Yeah?
Yeah. 1 second.
I'm not saying we can't add up threes and
no,
ones, but
it gives us a better chance of not fucking this up, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've actually got the home and away fixtures. They might come into play.
Okay.
So Arsenal's first game, City away.
I think they're better equipped than they were last season, and they're in fantastic form. Still can't see it, personally, an Arsenal win. So I'm leaning towards it could be a draw, but I'm leaning still towards City at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think Arsenal will go and win?
Well, I was leaning towards Arsenal win, but if we've both said it could be a draw, shall we go draw?
I think it's a big ask, and I'll be very impressed. But historically, recent history, City still always having the better of them. I still think they'll probably do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe let's go a point then. I feel
let's
like
go. Let's go a point.
Yeah. Okay.
Put one in your calculator.
Got one. Let's see if I can keep that.
Home to Luton.
That's a sure 3-pointer. I think.
It's a one.
That's no disrespect.
It's a 3-pointer. That
I think Luton have really improved a lot at times, but no.
Yeah. Brighton away. I personally think they're going to get another 3 there.
I think they have had some troubles against Brighton in the past, but I still think in how good they are at the minute, Brighton aren't at their best. I think that's another 3 points.
Villa at home.
The only thing that really makes me kind of question this is Unai Emery going back to the Emirates. I know that they've not been as good, but this is 3 or 4 games away. Can they pick up again in that time?
Do you reckon they rob a draw off that?
I think Villa can potentially rob some of it.
I'm happy to go a draw.
I think a draw. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to say that Villa win. Let's go another draw. Let's play it safe if you're happy.
It's important fixtures for both teams. Yeah, let's go draw.
Okay.
1 point there. So Wolves away. I'm going to say they win that 3 points.
Yeah, I still think that's a win.
Yeah. Spurs away. This will be big because obviously Spurs and Villa are fighting for this 4th spot. I think it's Spurs away. I think Spurs get it.
I think Spurs could get it here. It was the only one. I'm looking at this list, and there's a few that I'm touchy about. I think Spurs. Yeah, I'm happy to go for Spurs here.
Okay, let's leave that 0 then.
At Spurs, so that's 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bournemouth home, I'm happy to go a win.
The only thing you'd say there is if Bournemouth had a bit of a fall from grace and they're fighting for relegation, but I think they're safe enough.
Yeah.
So I think Arsenal probably do win that, especially at home.
And that's like 4th to the last game. So I think if Bournemouth are in a comfortable enough position, which we think they will be, they might be just easing off for that bit.
Yeah, potentially.
So the next is United, but Arsenal are away, so they're at Old Trafford.
See, I like this.
This, honestly, save the date because I think this is going to be a cracking game.
I think I'm confident about this one.
Yeah.
They don't, as much as I'll give them their credit, and they have been fantastic, right? I've been one in recent years that downplays Arsenal all the time. They'll never do it. They'll never do it. They came so close last year, and ultimately they did prove me right in the end. But now that they've done it for 2 seasons in a row, they've looked so good in terms of how many goals they've scored recently. But there's something about them where I'm still not really fearing them, and that might come to bite me if they come to Old Trafford and give us a good hiding. But I'm feeling good about that one.
United have it in their hands to stop Arsenal winning there.
But you're putting it in the hands of Liverpool or City. So
yeah,
you
so
look
Arsenal,
at that,
we'll get to it, but Arsenal have still got Liverpool to play after us. So if they get past us, they've still got a massive game with Liverpool. I think I'm leaning towards an Arsenal win at Old Trafford, if not a draw. I don't think United win it.
I'm very confident, so we might have to go draw there because
Okay.
I'm going United or draw. So
Okay, we'll
we
compromise
go
then.
point?
Yeah.
A point. Okay.
Everton at home, I think Arsenal get that.
Yeah,
It all depends, though, because if Arsenal lose to United, the heads are going to drop. They might even lose to Everton.
I'd give them more of a shout, Everton, maybe, if it was at Goodison, closing and stage of the season. If they're still around the bottom of the league, there's this pending points decision amount as well. They might get more taken away from them. But I think at the Emirates, I think they'll get the job done, regardless of how easy or difficult that might be.
You've got to take into account that Everton are going to be in relegation scrap as well.
Yeah. Or by that point, they could have put some safety on it if they hit some form. It's a tough one to...
Shall we say Arsenal win?
I think Arsenal is a win there, yeah.
Yeah, 3. Liverpool, Arsenal. This could potentially be last game of the season at Anfield
for the
title.
I don't think there's any world, unless Liverpool are down to 10 men early doors, that they win at Anfield with a title on the line. Can't see it in a million years. It'd be something that'd go down in history.
Yeah.
But if it's really in contention on the last day of the season at Anfield for Jurgen Klopp's last Premier League game, I don't think there's a chance in hell that they win there.
That is written for...
But that is it actually last or is it TBD? Is that why we've got it last?
It's TBD, so we don't actually know if it's last.
This probably isn't the last game of the season. We're getting carried away.
It is actually down as last game, though.
Well, it's difficult at the moment. If it is, I don't... Even, to be honest, regardless of when it is, with how important it is 10 games to go, I don't think Arteta gets a result against Klopp.
No, I don't.
At Anfield. So I'm going to go 0 there. I think Liverpool win that.
Is at Anfield as well. I agree.
Yeah, so that means
regardless when it is.
We're giving them a total of 18 points on top of wherever they sit currently.
Okay, so let's make a note of that in your notes or something.
Okay, let me just write down 18.
I
should really remember that, but...
Well, I'll get what they're already on now for you. So Arsenal on 64.
So that means that Arsenal finish the season on 82.
And that's great.
It's good historically. I mean, in recent years, we've
won the league with 80s, yeah.
I think a lot of teams. So 82, I said, didn't I? So they're on 64. We gave them 18. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So they're on 82. So let's go on to who we're doing next. Let's fire through these.
Right, okay. So we've got Liverpool next.
Okay. Brighton at home, 3 points.
Yes.
Sheffield United at home, 3 points.
Yep. United away, 3 points.
I am leaning towards the 3 points. I don't like to say that, but it's more because we've just beat them.
Yes.
But then I really don't know. I always want to back my own team.
I'm more Liverpool win or draw. So
let's go a point.
Okay.
Let's be optimistic for United.
Yeah.
Okay.
Palace at home.
I think that's 3 points.
I think so. Anfield, you can't escape that, can you really? Fulham away.
Fulham gave them a really good game, but at Anfield.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying that massively plays into it. They've also seemed to have hit a bit of form. But that's still a really tough one for Fulham.
But if Fulham carry on getting the results, then they're in a safe enough place out of relegation. So
I still think Liverpool 3 points.
Yeah. West Ham away. I don't rate West Ham anyway, so I'll leave it to you, but I think it's 3 points.
I also would agree. I don't say that's an easy place to go to. I think that could be a tough fixture, could be a banana peel, but I'm leaning more to the fact that they will just get...
If anything, it's the away fixtures that they're going to lose, isn't it? So we're going back to home fixture, Spurs. I think Liverpool
Spurs could give them something here, though.
Yeah, I know that. I'm leaning more towards win or draw, though. It can't be a Spurs win.
Let's go... I'm probably still going to go Liverpool win here.
Okay.
I think if Spurs go head-to-head with them at Anfield, I don't think that they'll win.
Yeah.
To be honest, it would take something special, I think. So another 3 there.
Be a good game. I remember them, obviously, Liverpool want to make the wrong right.
From the game where they got robbed earlier in the season.
Yeah, they got robbed, didn't they? So, Villa away, this is where they could drop.
This is a tough one. That late in the season, Unai Emery is a good manager.
Do you know
He's
what?
capable.
I'm going to call it now. I think Villa beat them.
I was leaning Villa or draw. We haven't actually let them drop any points here, bar at Old Trafford, which they could go and batter us there anyway. Let's go big and say Villa win that.
Yeah.
And add nothing for that one. Okay.
Wolves at home, I think they win that one.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough. And then
Arsenal, we said
Liverpool
win, didn't we? So 3.
So that's 25 points. So what are Liverpool currently on?
So Liverpool are beating them then.
They're beating Arsenal.
Yeah, so Arsenal don't win the league. Spoiler. Liverpool are on 64 as well.
So 64 plus 25 is 89. Is that right? But did I just say 64 plus 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, 89. And I had Arsenal on 82, didn't we?
Yeah.
I've written here Arsenal 92, so that's not right. So let's change that. Okay.
So now City needs 26 points.
Liverpool 89. Which might be doable. Let's see.
And goal difference need to be better. Right. City. So the Arsenal fixture, what do we say for that draw? Didn't we?
Yeah, I don't think we gave it to City. You were leaning to Arsenal maybe being able to do something. I said no, so draw. I think we said draw. Yeah. Okay.
Villa at home for City.
I think that's 3.
Yeah, 3.
Plus 3.
Palace away, I still think it's a 3.
We have historically had a bit of trouble with Palace, whether it's home or away, but yeah, I still think that's 3.
That Ross Townsend goal. That's
Ross.
what I remember.
Ross.
It's not Ross.
It's Andros.
Oh, yeah. I got one part of the name
with
right.
Ross Barkley. That's a new one.
Ross
That's
Townsend.
a new one to add to the meme collection. If someone can do a face mash of Ross Barkley and Andros Townsend, that's a player that Bowers has just made up. And they both play for Luton, funnily enough.
No, they play for West.
It's all over the place. So we're going a point, 3 points, 3 points.
Yep.
Luton, 3 points.
Yep.
At home.
Forest away.
Could be a lot riding on that for Forest, but I don't think they've got it in them.
It's hard to say it. I was going to go draw or City win, so...
I'm still City win then.
Okay, 3 points.
Wolves have been another team in the past that have give City some difficulties. But I can't see it at the moment. Gary O'Neil.
I see a draw.
I think Gary O'Neil is brilliant, but I don't know if City go on a bit of a run here.
Are you not compromising for a draw on that?
I'll happily let you compromise for a draw. I can't see Wolves taking it though.
Okay, let's go for a 1 then.
I'll give you a 1 there.
Fulham away. I think they beat them.
Yep.
3. West Ham at home. I think it's another 3.
Yep, I would agree.
Brighton away.
Brighton haven't shown me enough this season for me to have the ability.
Another 3, yeah.
Yeah. And then
you've got Spurs, but this is like another to be confirmed thing. So this could be any point of the season. So let's not think it's the last game of the season.
I think Spurs is the biggest. Obviously, Arsenal's a huge game, but I think bar that, the Spurs game's the toughest match there.
Well, if it is the last game of the season, I think Spurs will already know. I think Villa and Spurs will either one of them will drop points. I don't think it'll come to the last game of the season. So I think Spurs will already know where they are in the table by that game. I think City win it.
I'm not convinced. The game at the Etihad was a 3-3 draw.
And I actually said to you, didn't I? I said that was Parch Money that he does well against City.
Yeah, the game was a 3-3 draw at the Etihad, and until the recent cup game at whatever the Spurs stadium's called, I want to say it's just called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, it is.
Not White Hart Lane anymore. Until that game, they'd never won there. Spurs had always beat them, or I don't know, they'd drawn or whatever.
But Spurs are at home.
That's what I mean. Yeah, City had never won or scored a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium until the recent game. So they do struggle out of all stadiums in the country. It's one that they struggle going to, much like Anfield.
It's tough not knowing when this fixture is. If it is this last game of the season, I don't see City losing.
I'm going to go draw again.
Yeah, I'd go...
Because they drew earlier in the season. Like you say, if it's the last game of the season, it might have a lot riding on it, but I'm not sure it will be. I think there'll be a double game week for Manchester City somewhere between now and then. So I think that's...
Let's go draw.
I'm happy to go draw
2-2, they couldn't quite get it.
Which gives them 24 points to whatever they currently have.
Liverpool win the title then.
But what's let's work it out. just so I know where we're at here.
So City are on 63 points.
63 plus, what did I say, 24. So that's 87 for Man City. That's the right maths, isn't it?
Yeah, so let's go from third place to first then.
So in third place, we have Arsenal.
Oh, God.
They didn't quite make the cut. They tripped on the banana peels, slipped on the banana peels, and
Again.
they fell from first to third. We have Manchester City, treble winners, could be in Champions League finals, could be in the FA Cup final, could be on for another treble, but yet they finished second according to our algorithm. So the treble's not on. And Liverpool win the league with 89 according to our calculations.
Klopp's farewell. He wins the league.
He does.
According to the game of two halves.
And that, I've been saying it for a while. So that's at least proves that my method of thinking is still the same.
You did have United first, though, didn't you? Until then.
Oh yeah, but then after that, I think I went to like City would win the league, and I never really went for Arsenal.
Yeah,
I still think. Don't get me wrong. I know we've just done that. Then the Premier League's absolutely insane. So it could be the flip of that. It could be nowhere near it.
you have just had Fulham beat Spurs 3-0.
I do think massively so that those three will stay as the top three. Just I'm not definitively sure what Liverpool win the league because we've just said they will. So
Yeah,
there you go.
Liverpool
Arsenal
win
finished
the league.
third. You're not as good as you thought. You've finished one place worse than last year. I think that's right. They finished second last year, didn't they, Arsenal?
I was thinking that. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, because we finished third.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Scousers win it, apparently. In reality, who do I want to win it? Honestly, those three teams are the worst three teams in the league for me in terms of winning a title. The only way it could be worse if Leeds were in the Premier League, and even then they've been nowhere near winning it for years.
Can't Aston Villa just overlap them all?
Yeah, at one point they were top, but they've had a right fall from grace, haven't they? And they've played a game extra than a bulk of the teams
Tottenham
now.
were as well. Remember at the start of the season, Tottenham were flying.